Hi, let's play some scales. So we're going to do 3 keys: D major, C major, and G major. So first, D major. So F and C sharp in the key signature. Make sure our left thumb is nice and loose against the instrument, that our left elbow is around so our fingers are nice and tall over the strings. Find a nice contact point between the bridge and the fingerboard. Bend our bow fingers, especially that thumb and pinky. That's what's really going to give us some flexibility in our bow hands. I'm going to set my metronome to 60. It's great to practice scales with a metronome because you're just getting more practice hearing that internal pulse. It's giving you a little bit of assistance. So let's do 2 octaves. We'll do 8th notes starting on the C string, first finger. Great job. So if you noticed, I played 4th fingers going up the scale and open strings coming down the scale. It's just nice to get that variety, and it helps to make that 4th finger strong. We want the 4th finger to be just as strong as the other 3 fingers. So we're also going to do an arpeggio in D major. We're going to do D, F sharp, A, which is the arpeggiation of the 1 chord, and then D, G, B, which is a version of the arpeggiated 4 chord. So let's try that. Let's try it in triplets, and we can slur triplets together. So ready, and. Great. So you can do that at any tempo you want. You can do it at 60, you can do it slower, you can do it faster. You can pick any bowing that you want to practice scales. I would just make sure that you practice with your metronome so you're always feeling a steady pulse. So let's try it in C major. No flats and sharps, starting on open C. Ready, and. So one tip I have during the arpeggios is that you leave your fingers down as long as possible. My high school teacher told me this all the time, that don't pick up the finger from the previous string until you need it on the next string, because especially for something like arpeggios, if you watch my left hand, I'm not moving my first finger ever, so that we can still play in tune. If we leave our finger down and it was in tune the first time, there's no chance of it being out of tune the next time because we left it down. So let's try one more, G major, and this one requires shifting into 3rd position. So when we get to the A string, the higher octave, we're going to replace where 3rd finger was with our 1st finger. And at first, you can really make the shift audible so you can hear where you're going. And then over time, you want to make it a little cleaner and faster. So let's try it. Let's do it slowly. We'll do quarter note to 60 instead of 8th note. Great. So you can practice that at any metronome marking just to get more comfortable with that shifting. And we're going to do another video in the future specifically about shifting. So we also can play the arpeggios for G major, and it gives us an opportunity to use the open strings to shift. So when we have a shift that the note prior to it is open, that's great because we don't have to worry about any fingers already being down. We can just go there while we play the open string. So for the G major arpeggio, it would look like this. Shift. So it just gives us that extra little time to shift because we have that open string before it. Thanks for listening to this video, and now you can go and practice your scales in D, G, and C major, and I'll see you next time. Thanks!